Why, hello there YouTube and Happy New Year and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and yes, I am reviewing Doctor Who Revolution of the Daleks. So yes, it's the New Year special we were all waiting for. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to warn you all now, there are going to be spoilers in this review. I can't help myself, there are going to be spoilers, so if you've not seen this episode yet, and you don't want to know what's happened in it, then I'm going to tell you now, click off this video, watch the episode, then come back and watch this review and we can talk, okay? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so taking place, well, at the beginning we get a brief recap of the New Year's special from 2019, Resolution, where with that whole Dalek, and even though the Doctor kills that Dalek by sucking it into a black hole, the shell that it built for itself gets taken away, and then it gets stolen by someone or something, and then we find about a year or so later, Jack Robertson, played by Chris Noth, who has got this shell, and he's got this other guy named Leo, played by Nathan Stewart Jarrett, who builds these defense drones, which he puts through the motions and shows them what it's capable of, and that it's a machine, and that's what we think it is, a machine. Little do we know that he's actually been cloning and replicating the Dalek, because the Dalek consciousness rests in the littlest of DNA, and then next thing, this Dalek that was, I believe the reconnaissance Dalek, has been busy duplicating and making his own organic batch of Daleks, and then he plans to put them all in the drones and start a whole revolution and exterminate humans and take over the Earth. Meanwhile, Yaz, Ryan and Graham are all dealing with dilemmas and trying to work out where the Doctor is in the other TARDIS that they were dropped back home in, which is disguised as a house from the end of the Timeless Children. Meanwhile, a billion light years across the universe, the Doctor is imprisoned for basically being herself, as we saw in the cliffhanger at the end of Series 12 when she was arrested by the Jadoon. And she's doing hard time, and she's writing down a tally and keeping track of how long she's been there, and for her it's been 19 years or 20 years, I think that's how long it said she's been there. And along the way we get cameos from other monsters that we've seen in the current era. We get a cameo from a weeping angel called Angela, we get a cameo from an Ood and a Sigarax, we get that little Lilo and Stitch-like monster that we saw in Series 11. We even get a cameo from a Silence as well. And of course, when the Doctor's out doing her exercise around the prison, what do you know? Captain Jack Harkness is there to bust her out, and he does so in such campy cool fashion, and I love it. And then next thing, the Doctor and Jack come back to Sheffield, here, and Yaz is fuming but happy to see her, but then they alert her that there's a Dalek crisis going on. And Robertson, he has no idea about the whole organic bit, other than Leo showing him the stuff he cloned, but he wanted him to destroy and pretend it never happened. Of course, with these new Daleks rampaging around the Earth, even approved by the Prime Minister named Joe Patterson, played by Harriet Walter, she gets exterminated by them. Do you know what? I always thought she kind of looks a little bit like the Doctor as an old woman, don't you think? I don't know why, I just had that vibe. Anyhow, the Doctor then gets, sends out a call, a signal to an Imperial Dalek fleet. Yes, we get the Bronze Daleks back, and they come, and she gets them down to destroy the newer Daleks, and they do so, and that Dalek that led the whole operation tries to negotiate with them, but then they get destroyed. Meanwhile, Robertson wants to save his own skin and tries forming an alliance with the Dalek, which is stupid, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, Jack, Graham and Ryan end up saving him, even though they don't think he's worth it. But they're the good people, so they do so. Anyhow, after those Daleks are destroyed, the Doctor then has to stop the Bronze Daleks. So Jack sets bombs up all over the Dalek saucer, and then the Doctor fools the Daleks into flying into the TARDIS, only to find that it is the spare TARDIS the Doctor had laying around that she disguised as her TARDIS, a police box, and she programs it to collapse in on itself, destroying the Daleks. And then Captain Jack, he goes and catches up with Gwen Cooper. We get a mention from her that she fought a Dalek on a moped with her son's boxing ball. So thinking, oh, she had another kid then. So he goes to stay and catch up with her. Meanwhile, Graham and Ryan decides he's had enough and wants to, defend the Earth, and Graham wants to do so by his side. So the Doctor and Yaz go off on their next adventures alone. Well, not alone, they go together. And the Doctor, she's sad, she's heartbroken. On both hearts, even though she says one's happy, one's sad. I think they're both broken because they've gone. But, yeah, she bids farewell to them. And, yeah, Graham and Ryan then decide they're going to go and help out where they can. And then, in a post-credit scene, we get a post-credit scene, we see this whole setup, this man loading something into a van, turns around and his name's Dan. I know there's a lot of rhyming there. Man, van, Dan. This guy named Dan, played by Kevin Bishop, and it says introducing Kevin Bishop. And then it says coming in 2021. So, luckily, Series 13... it's going to come in 2021, later this year. I don't know when. All I know is that the episodes have been cut down to 8, which I think is a bit of a shame, but hey, it's better than nothing. Okay, enough with the plot and the spoilers. Let's get on to my likes and dislikes. So first of all, the likes. I gotta get Captain Jack mentioned first. Captain Jack returning, after that whole brief cameo in The Fugitive of the Jadoon. He comes back and helps the Doctor get out of prison, and I love that we finally got to see the Doctor and Jack reunited again. Although the Doctor is now a woman, because the last time Jack saw the Doctor was in a space bar when it was the 10th Doctor and he was nearing his regeneration. So, but he took it well, knowing the Doctor is now a woman, and yeah, it's as if they never really parted ways. Even though she's regenerated, even though the Doctor's regenerated like 1, 2, 3 times, 2 or 3 times since they last met each other. He's missed 2 incarnations of the Doctor, the 11th and 12th. But seeing him with 13, I don't know. It's like, 2 buddies reuniting, even though Whittaker's probably never worked with John Barrowman on screen before. They made that work, and I loved that. I loved Jodie Whittaker playing the Doctor, and yeah, for her, she'd been there for 20 years, yet she managed to look the same more or less. But that's Time Lord biology and that, so aging slower. Yeah, I love Jodie Whittaker back as the Doctor, doing what she does best. I feel that this time she really came into her own. And like I say, like Stephen Moffat said, you're not fully the Doctor until you confronted at least one Dalek. She did so in Resolutions, but I'm so glad we got to see her this time with a full fleet of Daleks, and I was so blown away by it. And Jodie Whittaker, I think this might be the best I've seen her in. The best one I've seen her so far in, with the Daleks. I think finally a proper Dalek story with the 13th Doctor, just what I've always wanted, because really I've actually been wanting to see that for a long time. And we finally got it. I feel like my patience for that was greatly rewarded with this story. I also like the final show that Tosin Cole and Bradley Walsh gave as Ryan and Graham. They just had such great, connection and bond, those two, as their characters, and they were great. And when they made their departure, I'm glad that they just simply decided they wanted to just leave. Just a simple exit. No death, no dramatic thinking, oh no, we can't see the Doctor again. They just simply walked away. That's just what they did, and I think that was great. Because in the past, like Rose, she's been stuck in a parallel Earth. Donna, he's had to erase her memory. Amy and Rory, lost them with the Weeping Angels. Clara and Bill both dying and what have you, and so this was a nice touch for once, that we got to just see people leave of their own free will. But Yaz is staying on. Mandip Gill as Yaz. Again, I think the reason why she's staying is because I think we still need to see the full potential of her and more development with her, with the Doctor, which I think's okay. All right, then I'm willing to see what they can do with Yaz this time, make her more of a reliable character. I'm looking forward to seeing Dan. Now, if I'm right, assuming Kevin Bishop is going to be a companion for Series 13, and and from what I've seen there, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I really am. Series 13, I'm looking forward to seeing. Because this is going to be Whittaker's 3rd season. Is it going to be her last? I don't know, but I feel like by the 3rd season, 3rd series of each Doctor, we get to see, it's like they're fully in their comfort shoes then. They're in their comfort zone. I can't forget the Daleks. Now, I love the design of the new Daleks, looking so futuristic and light. They're blue, but the second the actual Dalek creature gets inside the shell, they turn red. I like that look, the look of the Daleks in this, and I love that we've got the bronze Daleks back. Like Chibnall didn't ignore that. He kept that going. He didn't ignore that. He gave us, the fans, what we wanted with a Dalek story. So he brought back those Daleks, which we haven't seen for some time in the show. So I like that we got them Daleks back. This was a great 70 minutes, or 75 minutes, because it was on from 6:45 till 8. Still, it was a good hour and 15 minutes, I thought, and I enjoyed every minute of it. There were a few moments in there, like a bit of a slow build, a slow build up there, a slow opener. But once things got going, they got going, and yeah, I loved it. I loved every minute of it, and I recommend this one. It's a great story, great, we finally got to see the Doctor, how she got out of that pickle at the end of Series 12, and the Doctor is on the run again from the Judoon, if so, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's to come in the future. So, enough of the likes and dislikes. Do I have anything to dislike? I don't think I do. Not at this time of recording this video. So I'm going to get straight to my ratings. I'm going to, first I'll give it the visuals. The visuals were pretty good. Decent visuals. So I'll give the visuals an 8. The writing, I think, was very nicely done by Chibnall. I'm going to give the, almost makes up for the Timeless Children thing, but, we'll see about that. But I'll give the writing a 9. The performances for me just get a 10, because I'm giving them a 10. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't like Robertson, his whole ego and how everything revolved around money for him. But again, if we're going to see that guy again, I hope it'll be the last time he'll get some sort of bad deal from it all. Yeah. Anyway, ratings, back to them. Performances get a 10, and my personal rating, I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9 because I really love this one. So, yeah, my ratings for Doctor Who Revolution of the Daleks. So, hope you've enjoyed my review and my discussion on this episode. It was a fun one. I thought I'd wait till the next day, while I've slept on it and I've got the light to do it. So anyway, yeah, have you seen this one? I'm assuming you have if you've listened to the spoilers I've given. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are down below in the description, so be sure to check all it out. I've been Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Who Review on Doctor Who Revolution of the Daleks. So, until next time, run for your life.